So, what is the spiritual dream meaning of a bag or a purse? But let me ask you this first. What does it even mean when the most powerful woman in Hollywood can't carry her own weight? And what if the only thing that could warn her before she hit rock bottom was a dream? You know who I'm talking about, Elizabeth Taylor. She wasn't just a star, she was a force of nature. We're talking 8 marriages, 2 Oscars, a diamond collection that could literally fund a small war. She built a fragrance empire from scratch and walked around with this aura of complete fearlessness. When she entered a room, that was it. The room belonged to her. But behind the scenes, she was drowning. For decades, she was losing herself inside what everyone else wanted her to be. Her body was wrecked by addiction and constant pain. And the public? They didn't see a person. They saw property, something they owned. So she fought these humiliating public battles with addiction, all while quietly bleeding out her true self behind closed doors. See, you have to understand, Elizabeth Taylor knew what things meant. She was defined by what she carried, and this was no accident. Those famous jewels, that wasn't just ego, that was armor. Those over-the-top furs, they weren't just for show, they were a shield. She wore her identity on the outside because the woman on the inside, well, she was too raw, too exposed to ever let the world see her. So let's just imagine if a woman like that, a woman who lived through symbols, dreamed of a bag, whether it was stolen or empty or locked shut, that dream would have been her own soul handing her a mirror. Now, here's the part that matters. That mirror, it is not just for her. It is being handed directly to you, right now. When you dream of a purse or a bag, that is your psyche screaming to ask you something important, a question it can't get through to you when you're awake, when you're busy scrolling, performing, just trying to get through the day. So let's cut to the chase. Question 1. What are you carrying that is not yours to carry? I'm talking about the guilt, the expectations, the old family baggage you've been hauling around for years. Question 2. Who has access to what's inside? Who gets to see the most precious parts of you? Is the zipper wide open for anyone to just reach in and take what they want? Or do you protect what is sacred? 3. Are you clutching that bag, your identity, so tightly that your knuckles are white, so tightly that you're choking the life out of it, leaving zero room for anything new to ever get in? 4. Look inside. Is it full? Or is it terrifyingly, achingly empty? And what does that tell you about how you really feel about yourself right now? And finally, 5, has someone taken something from you? A stolen bag in a dream doesn't mean something was stolen from you in real life that you still haven't let yourself grieve. Don't you dare brush these off. These aren't just quaint little dream questions. They are life or death inquiries from the deepest part of you. So what is this bag really? It's you. It's the container for your identity, your secrets, your power, your resources. The psychologist Carl Jung called it the psyche, the sum total of who you are, all the parts you show the world, and more importantly, all the parts you don't. And look, this isn't some new age fad. This is ancient universal wisdom. We're talking Jungian psychology, indigenous dream traditions, Christian mystics, African cosmology. They all get it. They all recognize this symbol carries a fundamental truth about who we are. So let's be very clear. This is not about mysticism. This is about a signal. It's your inner world sending you a critical, life-saving message in the only language it knows how, at the only time it can get past your defenses, when you're asleep. It's a language, by the way, that your soul already understands. Most women, they wake up, they shake it off, they go make coffee, they ignore the signal, they keep carrying the weight that is absolutely crushing them. They keep losing the very things that matter most. Don't be most women. The deepest part of you is actively trying to save your life. It is time to listen. Part 2, let's get right into it. These dreams you're having, the ones about your bag, your purse, they are not random. They are alarms. They're emergency signals your subconscious is screaming at you, and it is time you learned the language. And let's be perfectly clear, this is not a drill. Each one of these dreams is a different kind of emergency signal. It's about your identity, your capacity, your boundaries. Ignoring them isn't an option, not when your real life is hanging in the balance. So, first up, we're diving into the first category of alarms. These are the ones that tell you something crucial is missing, either because somebody took it or because you just set it down and walked away. You wake up with it, don't you? That sick, hollow feeling of violation right in the pit of your stomach. It feels so real because, on some level, it is. Something has absolutely been stolen. You have to trust that feeling. Your dream is screaming at you that your very identity has been compromised. Maybe it was a relationship that just chipped away at who you are, or a job that demanded everything. But here's the brutal truth your dream wants you to see. You let it happen. You didn't name the theft while it was going on. So your response cannot be passive, not for this. Within 24 hours of having this dream, you have to act. First, get a piece of paper and write down 3 demands on your time that you never actually chose. Then you make one move, just one, to reclaim your power. Cancel something. Say no to a request. Draw one line in the sand. This work starts now. But this dream, this one's different. Look, there's no thief. There's no bad guy. The panic is still there, absolutely, but the source of it, it's you. This is the 5-alarm fire for anyone who's deep in caretaking mode. Yeah, I'm talking to the moms, the people pleasers, the ones holding it all together. You've been so focused on everyone else's needs for so long, you can't even find your own anymore. You are literally losing your grip on who you are because you put yourself down to pick up everything and everyone else. So here's your prescription. It sounds simple, but I promise you it's gonna feel radical. Schedule 1 hour this week that is for nothing. It serves no purpose, no productivity, you're not in service to anyone, you are just going to exist. Remember that you're a person, not just a function. Go sit in your car, take a walk alone. Just be. Just remember you. Let's be crystal clear on this, okay? The difference is everything. A stolen purse means an outside force took a piece of you. A lost purse means you gave it away, bit by bit, until you forgot where you even left the rest of yourself. And that brings us to a whole different kind of emergency. This isn't about what's missing. This is about what's overflowing. All right, this next set of alarms is signaling that you are way past your limit. You are either running on empty or you are carrying way too much. Your entire system is flashing red. We're not talking about, I'm so tired, empty. No, this is different. This is a bone-deep, soul-level kind of empty. This dream is your inner world screaming that you are running on nothing but fumes. The time for pretending you're fine is over. It's done. Your reserves are gone. This is a critical state of being. So the very first step is just radical honesty. Stop pretending you're okay. Then, just pick one area where you feel depleted and take one concrete step this week to fix it. Buy the book. Make the phone call. Start somewhere. Start now. You can feel this image, can't you? A bag so stuffed you can't sip it. Things are spilling out. It's a direct, unfiltered metaphor for your life. It is overflowing with commitments, with guilt, with stuff you never even wanted in the first place. You're the one who says yes to everything, and this dream is showing you the price tag. That overflowing bag, it's every resentment you've swallowed, every role you didn't agree to, and every piece of unprocessed grief you are still dragging around with you. The fix here starts with a real-world action to trigger a metaphorical shift. First, literally empty out your actual purse or bag, all of it. Then, empty your life out onto a piece of paper. List every single obligation. And then you decide, what weight are you putting down today? Okay, we've got to pivot one last time. Because the danger isn't always about what you've lost or what you're carrying. Sometimes the threat is about who is violating your space. This final category of alarms, this is all about the integrity of you, your boundaries, your value, and your absolute power to define yourself. You feel that immediate sense of invasion, right? This isn't about something being stolen and it's gone. No, this is about someone rummaging through what is yours right now. Someone is in your private space without your permission. Could be emotional, physical, professional, and a major line has been crossed. This is a direct signal. There is zero ambiguity here. Someone is accessing parts of you they have absolutely no right to. And here's the knockout punch. Your silence is their permission slip. It's the open door they just walk right through. So your task is just as direct. Name the violation. Then you have to find the words to lock the door. You have to speak up. Now, this one might seem like a really good dream, and it is, but it is also an emergency signal. And listen to me, this has nothing to do with materialism. It's about worthiness. This dream is a vision. It is what your soul knows you actually deserve, and the emergency is the giant gap between that vision and your current reality. Your work here is to look at your life and ask, where am I settling for less? Where am I accepting a torn plastic grocery bag when my soul knows my true worth? Find one area and take one step toward claiming the value your subconscious already knows is yours. So after all these signals, loss, depletion, violation, worth, there is only one possible conclusion. There's one final mandate, and it's not a suggestion, it is a command. This is the work. It will not wait.
Part 3. Okay, this is it. This is where we stop just thinking about it and we start doing something. We're talking about real, practical steps to let your dreams actually change your life before it's too late. So let's be crystal clear. Forget gentle interpretations. Forget metaphors. What you're about to hear are direct protocols. This is action. All right, let's get right into it. If your mind is a maze you constantly get stuck in, listen up. This is your way out. And there's no negotiating this. Not tomorrow, tonight. You put a journal by your bed. The second you wake up, before your feet even think about hitting the floor, you write down 3 things. What was in the bag, how you felt, not what you thought, how you felt, and one single word for the emotional tone. The key here, you do this for 21 days straight. Those patterns that are going to pop up, that's the roadmap to everything your waking mind is desperately trying to ignore. And don't get it twisted, the urgency on this is critical. A dream that repeats isn't some cute little quirk. It is a blaring red alert warning signal. It is your subconscious screaming what it can't get you to whisper. You ignore that, and I promise you that inner mess starts showing up as an outer crisis. Okay, protocol number 2. This is for anyone out there who just feels like they're carrying the weight of the entire world. It's time to connect what's happening in your head to the physical world. I want you to take your actual handbag, your backpack, whatever it is, and dump every single thing out. All of it. Now, this isn't about cleaning up. This is a ritual. You're going to look at each item and ask the hard questions. What old bitter resentment is this crumpled 6-month-old receipt? What expired commitment are you still carrying around that has totally stopped serving you? This physical inventory right here, it's going to reveal your psychological one. You know that tension in your shoulders? That tightness in your jaw? It's all connected to the psychic garbage you're hauling around. This little exercise right here bridges that gap. It's a physical act of taking back ownership of yourself. Now, for those of you searching for something deeper, for a real purpose, this is how you prime your subconscious to give you some answers. It's a simple ritual, but it is so potent. Right before you go to sleep, just hold your bag for 1 minute, and you're going to set a very clear intention. You can say it out loud or just in your head. Show me what I need to see about what I carry. Then, in the morning, whatever little piece you remember, a color, a feeling, anything, that's your starting point. You ask yourself, what does this have to do with my spiritual life? And why is this so urgent? Because a spiritual life that you don't tend goes completely hollow. It leaves you exposed and vulnerable to every storm that blows your way. Look, your dream life and your spiritual life, they speak the exact same language. It is time to start listening. Okay, I need you to listen to me very, very carefully right now. If your dreams involve being robbed or theft or violation of any kind, this is not a curiosity. This is an emergency alert. Get a piece of paper right now. Draw a circle in the center. That's you. Then draw circles around it for every major relationship. Your partner, your parents, your boss, your friends. And you have to be brutally honest here. Inside each circle, make 2 lists, what it takes from you and what it gives to you. If you find a circle that is all taken, no give, well, that's the thief from your dream. And here's the most important part. That dream is not going to stop until you take one single action to address it. This week. Let me be absolutely clear. The urgency here is life or death. And in some situations, I mean that literally. Do not wait for another dream. Okay, let's switch gears to your professional life. I want you to ask yourself this question, and you've got to be honest with yourself. If your dreams are all about loss, or feeling drained, or carrying a weight that just doesn't feel like it's yours, it is time to audit your career. Sometime this week, you're going to schedule a performance review. But you're the one running it, and it's about your job. Are you being asked to do all the emotional labor for your entire team? Are you leaving your voice, your values, your actual self at the door every morning? You have to assess if this role gives back anywhere near what it takes from you. And then, you make one decision, just one, based on what you find.
The urgency is high on this one, because this dream is the stop right before you get to burnout station. It's the final warning before the whole system just shuts down. Acknowledge what you already know.
And finally, if you've dreamed of finding a beautiful bag, or maybe one that's filled with treasure, your creative self is calling you, and you cannot ignore it.
What's so amazing about this is how simple the action is. I want you to identify one creative thing you've just let go of. Painting, writing, dancing, I don't care what it is. And you are going to schedule 30 minutes for it this week. That time is non-negotiable. You don't find time for this, you make time for what matters. And this matters.
Your creativity is not a hobby. It is not some luxury you get to when you have extra time. It is a vital artery for your own survival. It is the part of you that processes what logic can't, and it's what helps you survive what reason alone cannot. You have to reclaim it.
That treasure your dream is pointing you to, it's been waiting for you this whole time. Pick it up, now.